welcome back, okay, from your break. So as promised, before I go into the Baba deep dive, so for those who are totally new, you may feel very stretched, you may feel very fried, you may feel that your brain is very fried, so many questions you do not have. But hey, I assure you that all the seniors, all some of the mentors, right, they have went through this stage. Even both of us, okay, I have went through the stage. A lot of things I don't know, but just keep at it. I'm sure Joanne has a lot of things last time, but I really, really want to, remind everyone, okay, look how far, for seniors, look how far you've come. Okay, Joanne, look how far you have come. Sandy, okay, all these people. And for those people who join us for the first few times, hey, you are not alone. I really must say that you are not alone, okay? So yes, all the preachy things, say finish already. So yeah, let's go into the deep dive. Okay. So can you all see my slides? Can or not? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Your phone, this one I'm not too sure. I okay. Maybe one day we have a Disney deep dive also. Okay. So this is the okay. Before I go on, maybe okay. Every time there are a few types of crises that an investor, right, will have to live through, will have to endure through. Okay, so I actually I put a few types already. Okay, global level. Okay, examples I can think of COVID. If you can think of any more examples, you let me know. So maybe I want to ask you, okay, let's say assuming that these are strong companies, assuming I'm talking about good companies, do you think if the share price is affected because of a global level crisis, okay, everybody becomes zombie. Do you think it's an opportunity or do you think you should avoid? O or A? Opportunity or avoid? Okay. So you all say O. Okay, so you agree that it is an opportunity. Depends. Hey, Joseph, depends on what? Maybe, all right. Depends whether humanity can still survive or not, right? Okay. But so far, I think we are still surviving and living quite well. So if you think that, hey, people can bounce back from it, then I will think, okay, if you think Thanos snap his finger, most people die off, then I will say maybe I avoid for now. Okay? So how about a country level? Like the 2008 financial crash, SARS, okay? Desmond, very good. Depends if there's a fundamental if there's a change in the fundamentals of the company or not. Country level, usually for country level crisis, do you think it's an opportunity or avoid? O or A, country level. Okay, again, it's a O. All right. How about sector level? How about sector level? How about sector level? Still O. Oh, Jesse says A. Okay, sector level. I will say it depends. Yeah, he will say must see. Example, okay, .com bubble burst. Okay, I will say is maybe I'll avoid, but I will try to look for strong companies out of it. How about things like oil and gas? Right now, the EVs are coming up. There is a threat to the oil and gas. Avoid. Correct. Okay. Hibun is saying, okay, it's a sunset industry. Okay, avoid. So it depends. So we now know the sector level, it depends. All right. Company level. Okay. Company level. Avoid. Depends. Lin, correct. Okay. If okay, I'll show you some history. Kraft Heinz. Anybody know what happened to Kraft Heinz or not? Anybody know what happens to Kraft Heinz? Okay, let me show you. KHC. Kraft Heinz is the cheese, the ketchup company. So, okay, for those who are new to investing, you may not know this, but Kraft Heinz, can you see? If I click on the 5-year chart, boom. And one of the peak was, I think, how much was this? This was $96. Right now it's $40. A bit like Luckin Coffee. Can you see over here? Suddenly, wow, there was a big red candle. Okay, what happened was Kraft Heinz made an announcement. Oh, our financial statements, we calculated wrongly lah. Our assets, all these things are a little bit wrong. So there's an impairment. So that means there's an error, and they so-called cancel off a lot of assets and a lot of, I would say, earnings from the financial statement. So in this kind of case, would you say it's an opportunity or would you avoid for Kraft Heinz? Avoid, avoid. If I think Leo wants to say avoid lah, okay? But I can tell you okay, I think CW or Choi Y says opportunity lah. So I will want to look at the financial statements, okay? So what I want to say is there are different types of company crisis, okay? This one I will also say depends. Like I think there was one case where McDonald's share price dropped, okay, because oh, okay, sorry. Okay, there's another chai. There was one time where McDonald's share price dropped because the CEO had a personal relationship with one of the employees. Facebook analytical scandal, one of it. Okay, it depends. All right. So you see, what is the consistent thing? What is the consistent thing? There can be many types of opportunity crisis. The consistent thing you should go back to is see whether the company, okay, revenue is still coming in, profit has changed, whether that all these things has changed. So the newspapers, the media, the radio, the TV can pitch all sorts of different crises. Sometimes you think that, hey, this time really die. Okay, but okay, where should our focus be? Our focus should be on the company's fundamentals. Sometimes I can tell you a lot of, even for sector level, a lot of companies, the share price will go down. But maybe the crisis is brought about by one or two companies in that sector. And because of that, other companies in the same sector, which had no part to play in the problem, also affected. Then hey, this is a very, very clear opportunity. So maybe now I ask, okay, we all know that Baba is under some trouble, right? Under some crisis, right? What level it is? Is it for Baba? Baba is finding itself in a company sector. Hibun raise hand. Jennifer says country, company and sector. Okay, company. Country level. Okay, country level means something happened to China. I would say entire China, something is happening to. Okay, sector. Okay, I would say Baba is on a sector level. Okay, and what is the sector? The tech, the data type of sector. Okay, the data type of sector. So that means all the companies are in China, your Meituan, your Tencent, your Baba, all these things under some pressure. So I don't think it's a company, okay? Because Tencent is also being investigated, okay? Some other companies are also being investigated. So I would say, okay, for Baba, I will place it, as of now, I will place it at a sector level. Of course, the US delisting one is a little bit different, okay? I would say, is it a country? Okay, maybe a country and a sector level. Okay, you're right. Some of you are right, okay? So Baba is on a sector level. So it depends. What does it depend on? Like what we say, is Baba still strong? Okay, I think just now we went through quite a lot. Based on finances and the business model, still quite strong. Okay, but let's go a little bit deeper. Let me present. let me present. Okay, so this is the revenue breakdown of Alibaba's business, Alibaba's platform, and how much revenue are they bringing. So over here, 46% of the revenue is brought in by Taobao, Tmall, this thing called Alimama, this thing called Idle Fish. All right. So 20% is from China commerce. This thing called, they call it Tianmao, Kaola, Sun Art. Okay, there is your AliExpress, Lazada. Okay, there's logistics services, local consumer service, there's wholesale. Okay, cloud right now only occupies 8% of the revenue. Okay, 4% is from digital media entertainment, 1% is from some innovation. Okay, so why is this breakdown important? Okay, I will always want to look for this breakdown because, okay, it allows us to see the impact. It allows me to see the impact of each different segment. And if there's competition, usually competition does not affect the entire revenue stream. It may affect some parts. Okay, the first thing I want to check is, okay, some people ask me, C is now coming up and strong. Will Lazada lose the business? So my thinking is this: hey, together with AliExpress, Lazada, and this Trendyol, all these three add up to be 5%. If I average out 5 divided by 3 is around 1.6%. Do you think Shopee provides a very, very strong threat to Alibaba as a whole? Yes, no? Exactly. Straight away, okay lor. Worst case scenario, even if Shopee takes everything, okay, not yet, but even if Shopee takes everything, maybe it loses 1.62% of the revenue. No problem. I say no problem. Okay, that's the max you can lose because Shopee cannot touch the rest of the things. Okay, so all right, it's a hairline. Ibun is right, it's a hairline to the revenue. So I wouldn't consider Shopee C to be one of a big threat to Alibaba. Okay, from here, right, maybe I will just, okay, what I've done is actually I went to pick up all the different platforms and I try to summarize what they do in one sentence or slightly more. Okay, just bear with me. I want you to see the extent of Alibaba's business. I am going to be a bit long-winded. I'm going to say a lot of things. If don't need to catch every single word I say, but get a feel of how extensive or how big or small Alibaba's overall business is. Okay, Taobao platform is for small merchants and individuals. It's a e-commerce platform for what? Small merchants and individuals. Tmall is for the premium brand. So I would say Tmall is the big cannon. Taobao maybe it's also big, but they are aimed at targeting the smaller players. Okay, there's Alimama. What does Alimama do? Funny are the names. Okay, Alimama is a data and AI algorithm platform. They try to match keyword, help the merchants build brands, and they operate the buying and selling of the media impression. They call it media impression. I think another word for it is advertisement. So this is the one that really maintains the high switching cost for the merchants. If Alimama suffers, you know that, hey, merchants may run away. So it pays to really understand the business. Youku is also a China branding. I call it the China YouTube. The merchants can usually launch their advertisements on this Youku. All right. Okay, hold on. My thing is stuck. Okay, there is this Freshippo, this Hema. What they do is they actually allow users to browse products, okay, and place orders on the phone while they are shopping in the physical store. And what this Freshippo does is that once you order your product, okay, they will try to deliver the product into your house within 30 minutes. This is the aim of this Freshippo. Try later. I will come to that later. Okay. There's also Tao Xian Da, Sun Art. They are just trying to digitalize grocery marketplace. All right. There's 1688.com. Okay, this one is also one of the key platforms for merchants. Merchants actually pay us annual subscription fee to list products, reach customers, and provide quotations and transact. All right. There's a Ling Shou Tong. They try to digitalize the fast-moving consumer goods and small retailers. So you can see there are a lot of things similar. What is Baba trying to do? They are actually trying to build a very, very strong ecosystem for the merchants. So this means that they are really, really trying to target the merchants first rather than the consumer. And yes, Nita, you're right. Okay, they are trying to capture the whole market. All right, Lazada. I'm sure all of you know Lazada in one way or another. All right, but one thing is Singapore Shopee is coming up. I haven't researched on Shopee much, but orders in Indonesia grew 170% compared to last year. And Indonesia is the largest economy in Southeast Asia. Could it be, my opinion here, could it be Baba is actually has a little bit given up on Singapore because we are really so small. And Baba is actually focusing their attention on Indonesia. Okay, whether Shopee is doing this, seriously, I don't know. All right, but I know for Baba. There's AliExpress. Okay, it allows users all over the world to buy directly from Chinese manufacturers and distributors. Okay, Tmall and Kaola is doing international cross-border retail. Okay, logistics. This Cainiao, they aim to fulfill orders, deliver orders within 24 hours in China, globally 72 hours. There's this Elimi, one of, I will call it China's Deliveroo, like the food delivery service, and they allow customers to order food online. There's Kopay. Alibaba is actually through Kopay, right, using a lot of data, a lot of AI, right, to help restaurants market better. And I will say my joke is this is more efficient than our Koufu food court. All right. Okay, hey, CW, okay, Shopee is doing Indonesia also. Okay, fine, no problem, no problem. But like I said, even if Shopee takes over the entire Lazada, the impact to Alibaba is around 2% at most. All right. Cloud. Okay, this is one of the fastest growing segment. Right now, third largest in the world, top in the Asia Pacific region by revenue. It means the east, the world, you know, the eastern side, Asia, Australia, okay, include Southeast Asia, I would assume. What they do, they try to migrate all of Alibaba's data into cloud, which means the merchants and consumer data. They manage this cloud platform, actually manages all the 1111 sales transactions and data. Of course, customers can also subscribe to their cloud service. They provide data analytics, Internet of Things, and AI learning, right? So, although Baba has many, many business segments, but I must say, looking at the first chart, their revenue streams are not so diversified. I noticed this, okay? So wait. So this is the business segment, okay? I also want to, oops, this one, I don't know why this slide is here. So now I saw the Alibaba's business segments. I know what kind of segments they have. Now I'm actually interested to see what has overall, what is the growth of Baba in the past 5 years. So refer to the Google Sheet. Go on. So this is I key in all the revenue, all the net income, all the operating cash flow, and I actually tabulate their growth. Okay, can I ask you, based on the growth, do you think Alibaba as a whole is slowing down, maintaining, or picking up? Just look at the numbers. Okay, all these numbers cannot lie. Do you think that their growth is slowing down? Wait, cannot be. They are actually slowing down. Okay, they are not growing. They are still growing, but their growth is slowing. Okay, the speed of their growth is actually slowing. You see, 2016 to 2017, look at revenue, it increased by 56%. 17 to 18, 58, okay? 18 to 19, suddenly dropped to 50. 19 to 20, dropped to 35. You will see that for the net income, it's the same thing, okay? From 48 to 30, and then now 74, okay? But operating cash flow, it is also slowing. I will say, overall, I will take it that Baba is actually slowing down. Why? Not surprising, because it is already huge. It is more difficult for a huge company to grow 10% than a very small company to grow 100%. Think about it. All right. Maybe for Alibaba to grow 10% is another $1 billion. For a small company to grow 100%, maybe it's only 1 million. Okay. So it is only natural that Alibaba will see its growth slowing down. And this is what we are seeing now. All right. So in terms of network effect, okay, the MAU, they have this called annual active consumer. Even the annual active consumer growth, can you see that it is slowly starting to get saturated? That means the number, okay, yeah, Hibun, revenue slowing, net margin still strong, great, okay, correct. Even the number of people are engaged on the Alibaba platform is slowing down. Okay, MAU is the same thing. So what does this mean for Alibaba? It means that maybe they are reaching the near-term maximum number of people they can reach in China. To further improve on their business, their data, their AI will be even more critical to engage these people and in turn engage the merchants. Okay, so this is the overall snapshot of Alibaba's growth. I would say quite clear-cut. Across almost all segments, I would say overall it is slowing down. Okay, but what about other different segments? Okay, Nita, you're right. So now I go and plot their different segment growth. Okay, cloud commerce 2019, okay, grow by 51, 2020 35. Right now it's around 38. I will still say it's slowing. Even cloud, one of their fastest growing, I will say it's also slowing. Okay, but of course it's only 2-3 years information. I am quite unable to get anything previous that before that. Right, even earnings, these are the numbers. 15% year on year for EBIT, net income. All right. 2019. I left this one out. Okay. I would say overall things seem to be slowing down for Alibaba. All right. Although yes, I would say the fastest growing now is cloud. Okay. So, agree. Hibun is right. 2020 COVID year, maybe we see a few more quarters. Totally agree. But next month. So looking at these different segments, right? Okay. So I want to ask y'all, what do you think is the most in which segment do you think the competition is the most intense or increasing? Okay, there's the commerce, there's a wholesale, international resale, retail, wholesale, logistics, okay, cloud, all these things. Anita says e-commerce for sure. So what does this mean? Okay, you know that, hey, just as Steven says, right, I think JD or PDD, their MAU actually is more than Baba over the last quarter or last few quarters. Okay, so this the e-commerce, the China commerce run is the one that I am actually quite focused on. Okay, so when I say I monitor, this is what I'm going to monitor. Okay, but my question is this, how do they track this market share thing? Is it through revenue or is it through MAU? You guess which one is it? In terms of revenue, do you think they are suffering? Yes or no? In terms of revenue, no. So what is the other reason for us saying that, hey, they are slowly losing out? is in terms of MAU. Correct? Am I right to say that? And let me ask you another question. Okay, I will ask a lot of questions. How many of you got both Lazada and Shopee app on your phone? Etex says me. How many more? Me. Lin also say me. Almost everybody. So what this means is that if you are talking about losing market share based on MAU, it is John not even one. John, respect. He even got Amazon. Etex say who is cheaper, who we buy from. So MAU, this metric, you must know that it is not a 1 or 0 thing. It is not a situation where, if I have Baba, if I'm counted under the Baba MAU, I'm not counted under the Shopee or the JD. Okay, there can be double counts. One person, maybe me, I can be counted as an MAU on Baba, Amazon, Facebook, Shopee. Okay, so I would say the more strict metric will be revenue, not MAU. Okay, simply because people can use different products. People can use different. In one day, I can use a few platforms, and I'm counted as an MAU on all. Okay, so MAU sometimes is good, sometimes it's a little bit misleading. So what is the more important thing to note for MAU is I want to be sure that Baba's MAU is still growing and not decreasing. Yeah, Gojek and Grab, correct, Etek, you have both. You will be counted as an MAU, okay, Etek, you will be counted as an MAU on both Gojek and Grab. Okay, does it mean that if Gojek's MAU go up, Grab is going down? No, both can go up, both can go down. It doesn't mean anything. But what I'm very, very concerned is if Baba's MAU start to decrease, instead of increasing, start to decrease, then this is a very clear sign that people are starting to get disengaged, and the merchants maybe they won't be so merciful. They won't stay with Baba just because you are Baba. Once they see that the active user decreasing, very high chance they will jump ship. Okay, so this is really understanding it clearly and knowing what to focus on. All right, why I'm sharing all these things is because when I say observe, I will monitor and observe. These are the exact things that I'm monitoring and observing. Okay, so far everybody okay? All right, so this is my analysis for growth. Overall slowing down, I cannot deny that. Okay, especially core commerce. Cloud, I will still say not too bad, and cloud is the first time it is profitable last year. Okay, all right, so this is my part on growth. Can Baba still grow? Still can. Okay, now I'm talking about revenue. I'm talking about gross don't know what value. I forget what's merchandise value. Okay, that means how much merchandise value they transact on their platform. All right. So can you see for China overall? Can you see that overall e-commerce, even for China, it is slowing down? So can I blame if Baba is actually slowing down? Okay, no. So you see, a lot of times when the media report, Baba is slowing down, let's take a step back. Okay, think about it from a different context. Is the entire China slowing down? If yes, then of course Baba will slow down. What do you expect? Okay, so and I will say the drop is quite a lot, and this is really in line with what is happening to Baba. Right? In fact, I will say because JD and PDD are so much smaller compared to Baba, it is a lot easier for them to report growth. All right. And in terms of market share for data and reach, REACH, this is how they compare. Baidu, okay, they have 76% market share of the China search engine. Alibaba, in terms of e-commerce, they still have 56% of it. I would say it's more than the majority already. They are like the major shareholder for e-commerce. Is it still the biggest? Yes, very clear. All right. And okay, looking at cloud. Yeah, Hibun, 10 years ago is 80%. Yeah, agree. 10 years ago, don't have JD, all these things. All right. So I will want to monitor whether, hey, is this number, does this number continue to drop? Okay. And are they diversifying their revenue stream? All right. So cloud, in terms of China, for those who cannot read Chinese, so this is 2020 first half of the year. The top 5 cloud providers in China. So you can see the pie. Alibaba is still the, I would say, is the lion's share, the majority compared to the rest. Okay. So I would say in terms of the business segments, a lot of other business segments, right? The core and also I would say Alibaba is still the king. Okay, quite obvious that it is still the king, although people are coming in. Okay, and can this thing still grow? Actually, I think can. Why? Why is the China e-commerce dropping? Because I saw this statistic. As of now, okay, the entire population of China, only 56 to 57% have access to smartphone, you know. Out of China is the most populated country in the world. Out of this entire population, right now, we are only seeing 56 to 57% of the people holding a smartphone. Right? What does this mean? It means that there is a staggering 45% market more, okay, that all the e-commerce is still not in. Okay, so I want to ask you, based on all this data, do you think that is Baba a stabilizer or still an incremental? Stabilizer or incremental? Very clear. Definitely is an incremental. Okay, and in fact, Tencent can still grow, JD can still grow, all these companies can still grow together. Okay, very clear it's an incremental already. Almost half of the market share more, half of the total addressable market yet to be conquered by these companies. Why? David asked a very good question, okay, which is what I'm trying to go to. Does the remaining 45% have buying power? Very good question. What is the reason that they don't even have a smartphone? They cannot even afford. Either they cannot afford that or they don't have access to it. Because why? If you look at China, yes, so many people are the rural folks. Those people who are, pushing the economy forward are those people in Shanghai, Beijing, there is Hangzhou, there is some other cities, but these cities are near the sea because they have access to supplies from the sea. What is Xi Jinping trying to do? Anybody knows? Okay. Internet availability and Xi Jinping, they are already doing it already. China has already successfully developed the world's fastest high-speed train. Why? He wants to connect the entire China through rail line first. Okay, very difficult to build because the more inland you go, right, the more deserts there are. There's a lot of very deep valleys, very high mountains. So they really need to connect. They really need to cut tunnels through the mountains, build bridges, and connect all this together through, okay, your high-speed rail. And all these things will take time. Yes, the Mongolian area, there's desert. All these things, it takes a long time to build. But is he doing it? Yes, they are really doing it already. So I would say, if the train rail can reach there, internet will soon follow. Okay, once internet is there, Etek is right. There is a very good chance that these villagers, they will be connected. They will be attracted by what we are doing now, and there's a chance for them to be out of poverty. this is actually the real reason I believe, in my opinion, why the US is so scared of China. If you think that they are powerful now, they haven't flexed their entire muscle. They only flex half their muscle only. And it's already like that. Wait until, even the rural areas get connected. Then you will see the full steam. Okay. So for sure, once I see this, Baba is a very strong incremental already. Based on the finances, very strong business models. Growth is slowing down because whatever is accessible now is saturated, waiting for the next phase of growth. Right. So I also want to look at the management now. And one of the things that I look very, very Glenda, hold on. So I want to really go into a deep dive, and I really want to see is it really worth holding or buying Baba shares? Okay. So how do they compensate for their two main things? Okay. They actually give the management a percentage of the profits, which I feel that is good, because this shows that this allows the management to want to work and increase the profits. Okay. And how much did they pay? Okay, they pay in terms of bonus, money, and options and shares. So once you pay in shares, I'm a lot more comfortable, because it gives the owners more incentive to work. Okay, but okay, this is something that I'm a little bit the people who have the most shares, Jack Ma and Joseph Tsai. Okay, the rest, including Daniel Zhang, has less than 1%. The star means less than 1%. Okay, this is something I'm watching up. I'm a little bit, how come even Daniel Zhang, the CEO, is so little? Okay, maybe, I don't know. This is one of the reasons why Xi Jinping is clamping down on Jack Ma and therefore Baba. All right, can it be solved? I think can. Okay, but I don't think Temasek bought too much. I'm not too sure, but is it that much? I really don't know. Okay, this is something that I'm a little bit uncomfortable with. The CEO and most of the management team, so little shares. I would be happier if they have more. Okay, now the delisting issues. So what happens? Okay, what is the possibility that Baba is going to get delisted? So number one, the US has said, okay, they will delist the Chinese or the foreign companies if they do not provide them with satisfactory audits or audit results for the next 3 years. Okay, so you still have 3 years to wait. Do I believe that it will take longer than 3 years? I really think so. Okay, I really think so. There's a very high chance that it may take much longer than 3 years. All right, and what is Baba doing? What is their attitude towards this delisting issue threat? Are they nonchalant? Okay lah, if you want to delist me, then delist. But I don't think so, because if you read this, all right, they are voluntarily disclosing SEC requests for information, and they are cooperating with the SEC. All right, whatever the SEC requests for and information, they cooperate, they provide. All right, and what does their management think? The risk of delisting is very remote as of now. Okay, as of now, just because Donald Trump bark may not necessarily mean that Baba will definitely get delisted. For the small Chinese companies that are quite fraudulent, then I would say it's a higher chance. Baba, I would say, from what I see, low. Okay, so those of you who have Baba shares, maybe you can have a sigh of relief. But let's assume the whole worst case scenario. What happens if Baba really gets delisted? How? What happened? Actually, can I say something? Actually, nothing happens. You will still hold your Baba shares, just that instead of ADS or ADR, like what you see on your Thinkorswim, you will see a OTC. You will see an OTC. What does OTC means? OTC means over the counter. All right. He was also, this is actually what Xi Jinping, I really don't know. Okay. So even if it's delisted and it turns into over the counter, actually you can still trade the shares. It doesn't mean that your shares value will become zero. You will still be the same. Options later, it will still be the same. All right. Just that it is not traded through NYSE or NASDAQ. You can trade directly through Thinkorswim. All right. Yeah, correct. It's OTC. But, okay, one consequence is that, okay, maybe the volume is much lower. Okay. If there are buyers and sellers, actually, you can just transact the shares through TOS like as per normal. Actually, Tencent is like that. Meituan is like that. Nothing. Nothing. Actually, even if it's get delisted, is it a big problem? Actually, no. So if you want to transfer your positions to Hong Kong, open an IB account, then transfer your OTC to IB, can, no problem. You can do it. Just that maybe you have to pay a small fee, but I think for peace of mind, I think it's worth paying it. Okay, if you are really, really scared. Maybe before you transfer, look at the Hong Kong market trading volume. Then look at the OTC US market trading volume. If the US market OTC trading volume is still higher than the Hong Kong market, then seriously, you're like paying money to go into a bigger problem. Okay, so no need to panic, no need to really, oh no, how. Okay, think about it objectively. I would say even if it gets delisted, the danger is not there. And just now we went through so many things. Baba's business is still very, very intact. Okay, competitors are coming in, but it seems like it is not so easy to actually eat up the competitive advantage of Baba immediately. Okay, maybe after a long time, yes, but in the short term, I think not so easy. All right. Then Nita's question, what about options? So if, let's say, Baba really gets delisted and even over the OTC, the volume is not enough to be optionable. Okay, then your options may be delisted. That means right now, maybe the longest expiry date is what? January or June or March, I don't know, 2023. Okay, that means after, let's say, today, Biden and Xi Jinping say, okay, delist Baba. What happens is, okay, the longest expiry date will still be what you see right now. They will not add more. Okay, they will not add more options or longer expiry at the later expiry. Okay, so this is something that we will need to be sure. All right, those options that are already there, they will just continue to be there until expiry. That's it. Okay, so this means for those of you who have sell calls and your sell call strike is higher than your buy price this is the best things for you. No matter what happened, okay, it's just a matter of how much you will profit only. Okay, so yes, ETH, you may want to trade HK options, but I would say HK options, the volume is really, really a lot lower than US. I'm quite adverse to HK options because I've ever tried to close my buy call position. At that time, quite a good profit, but because the volume is so low, I put market order already. I waited 2 days for the order to be filled, and then I lost 200 USD in profit. I got so much lower profit than I'm supposed to have. Okay. Okay. So for those who want to convert to HK shares so there is actually tax on HK options. So whenever you buy or sell, actually you pay, the buyer and seller each pay 0.1%. All right, total 0.2%. Okay, of the entire value of the shares traded or transferred. Okay, so this is something that you may want to take note of if you are thinking of converting to Hong Kong shares or Hong Kong options. Okay, so conclusion, what type of crisis Baba is in? I think you all already say it's a country, it's a sector, but is it a strong threat? Right now, maybe right now we are coming to the end of this sharing. Do you think all these threats strong, moderate, or weak? Strong, moderate, or okay, Glenda. David says weak, moderate. Okay. I will say it is definitely a lot weaker than what the media makes it up to be. Okay, to me, all right, to me, it is definitely weaker than what the media. I don't know. Sometimes when you read, okay, hey, so for those who are strong, maybe you can explain why you think it's strong. Personally, I think that it's moderate to weak. Okay, anybody? You want to explain? Maybe you can unmute yourself
They will not be able to unmute, Joe.
or not be able to
Yeah.
unmute. Oh, still strong company, ha. Okay. Oh, okay. Still a strong company. Yes. So what will you do? What will you do with your Baba positions, or what will you do regarding Baba? What is your okay? Okay, Glenda says can grow stronger than Amazon, but yeah, okay. So Glenda, what makes you say that it can grow stronger than Amazon? Okay, okay, China market. Okay, all right. Onita, I really don't know. I really don't know this one. Okay, right now the timeline given to us is around 2 to 3 years, but will they drag? Will they be earlier? I seriously cannot tell. Uh, yeah, exactly. Okay, so maybe you can really start thinking about, okay, for Baba, what will you do? Maybe you want to buy. Okay, maybe if you want to avoid Baba, hey, go ahead. All right, for those holding on to Baba, I think you can still hold, no problem. Okay, no, nothing wrong with holding on. Okay, if now you are already making a profit, you want to sell, so I think holding on no problem. But the thing is, don't need to panic just because of the news articles. All right, that can be very misleading. Okay, so maybe you may not want to buy call options right now. Okay, just look at the TA. Okay, fine. Okay, so okay, so I think I've come to my to the end of this Baba sharing. Okay, now it's downtrend. Okay, tomorrow we'll go through TA. Okay,
Mm.
any questions you have for today? Any questions?
Any questions? Okay. Um. Okay. If not, okay, well done, everyone. You have actually, gone through the whole of FA for today. We did overrun by half an hour. Okay, but I hope that all of you have actually benefited, okay, from the sharing, okay, and the teaching, as well as from the live hands-on session. Okay, and I hope that Joel's sharing on Baba helped to ease some of your emotions, lah. Help to take some of the emotions out of the entire equation. Okay, and this is what fundamental analysis can do for you, right? Fundamental analysis helps you to take the emotions out of the equation, right? And as we grow to become millionaire investors, more and more we should actually be more and more emotionless in our investments, right? And to use facts, okay, to substantiate our investments. Okay, so so I just want to actually consolidate what we have gone through for today. Okay, and I also want to set some homework lah, okay, to make sure that for tomorrow we can actually go full speed ahead. Okay, so for today, we actually started off the entire session by sharing all of the different kinds of portfolio with all of you, and I think right now you have a kind of idea, okay, for each kind of portfolio, what is the kind of research that's required. And I think most of you will belong to either the SI growth portfolio or the IB high growth portfolio. Okay, so if you find that the SI kind of fundamental analysis is already quite challenging, then I would suggest, okay, that you master this one first before you go and jump into the D quadrant, because the D fundamental analysis is even more intense, right? Would you agree, Joe?
Yes, for
Yeah,
sure.
agreed. Yeah, because definitely, right, with the risk comes to make up for the risk, you have to do a lot more research, right? So I would say, especially for those of you beginning, right, start off with the SI kind of companies first. If you want a higher growth, then go for a higher incremental percentage compared to stabilizers. Okay, but once again, a portfolio is something that really needs to be personalized. Okay, so I really want to encourage those of you who have yet to book your first coaching call to get your portfolio blueprint done up, please do so as soon as possible, okay, so that you actually have a plan moving on from here, right? Okay, and today, also the main content for today was fundamental analysis, right? Because when you are able to select good businesses and you are able to base your valuations on proper financial statements, okay, you realize that your emotions, more and more, right, your emotions will be taken out of the equation and you become more confident and convicted about the companies that are in your portfolio. Okay, so my challenge to all of you, okay, is to do one company FA every month. Yeah, that's my challenge to you. Okay, so imagine at the start of the year, okay, let's say you do one company FA at the start of the year, right? Slowly by the time you reach the end of the year, you would have 12 companies in your portfolio. And the best way to build your circle of competence, right, would actually be to do the FA. Okay, so okay, so for those of you who are looking to book your coaching calls, okay, just now my screen was not showing very well, so I will just show up the mentors again. Okay, so for those of you who are looking, okay, to build your portfolios, okay, if you're looking to build the SI kind of growth portfolio, okay, Daniel is actually a SI growth portfolio investor. Okay, so we call this the stalwarts lah. I think Joseph used this term before also, right? And his specialization is really to build robust portfolios, identifying SI companies with a long runway for growth. And he's very good with financial tools as well. So if let's say you need help, okay, with your portfolio journal, trade journal, and all that, Daniel is someone who is very good at optimizing these things. Okay, and he himself achieved a 20% year-on-year growth on his 5-figure portfolio. Okay, and then for those of you who want to take up the challenge to do the ID kind of companies, okay, Ian, okay, is in fact a growth investor, a ID kind of growth investor. Okay, so you can consider, getting his feedback on the kind of fundamental analysis that you do on the I and B kind of companies. Okay, and for those of you, okay, who want to add options into your entire portfolio, and you have already, already gone past the FA part. Okay, then Kang Yi will be suitable, okay, to help you to optimize your options for you. Okay, but most importantly, if you have not booked your first coaching call, okay, really go and book your first coaching call. Go and get a portfolio blueprint done up, and then that will actually help you to set your direction moving forward. Okay, so by today 8 p.m. okay, we would like to see these two things done, right? Joe, is 8 p.m. okay for you?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, first thing, I know that just now in the 1.5 hours, you all already tried to do the fried snake one time. Okay, but I know some of you, you actually need a recap based on this morning's recording. Okay, so we will upload the recording for this morning by 4:30 p.m. today. Okay, so if there are certain parts that you cannot remember how to do, like for example, share repurchase, for example, how to do PE valuation, please go and look back at this morning's recording. Okay, as best as you can, apply what you have learned, complete the fried snake evaluation on one of the power stocks, and update it into this link over here, which is our homework link. Okay, so for those of you who have already done so, you can continue to go on and go and revise your homework. Make sure that whatever you put in, okay, is actually accurate. Okay, and then tomorrow, what's going to happen is this is going to be very important, because tomorrow, based on all the homework that you have done, because it has to be by 8 p.m. because 8 p.m. Joe will look through all of the submissions, okay, and then he's going to give you feedback, okay, on the fried snake score, as well as the valuation. Okay, and most importantly, if you have any questions at all, please go scroll all the way to the last column and put your questions in. Right, I know some of you have done so. Yeah, and Joe will definitely look into all of these as well. Okay, so what can you look forward to for tomorrow? You realize that we always use FA as a base. So we must make sure it's a good business, good valuation first. Then we proceed to the TA to optimize entry and maximize gains. Then we come in and do the options part, right? And if there is time tomorrow, I'm not too sure whether there's time or not. We may even go into Strategy X Plus. But if there's no time, then I will direct you to some of the past resources that we have done on Strategy X Plus. Okay. Okay, so for today, all of the slides today, okay, will actually be also uploaded. Okay, so for investors who are very new, I think that slides 8 to 11 will be very useful for you. Okay, so for example, you ask yourself, okay, if you're looking at a 20 or a 30-40% kind of growth for your portfolio, then you may want to consider, okay, which are some of the sectors and industries, okay, and businesses that you want to put, right? So perhaps consumer, if let's say you're looking for a growth portfolio, perhaps consumer defensive is not something that will be suitable for a portfolio, for example, right? Okay, but if you want to put stabilizers, of course, you may want to consider the higher growth stabilizers, like for example, the financials, okay? Or if you're looking at high growth, okay, when you look at the incrementals, you may want to focus on those with higher growth, like for example, the tech stocks, okay, the growth ones. For the consumer cyclicals, okay, you may want to consider the internet retail. And for the communication services, may want to consider the internet content and information as well as entertainment. Okay, so Anwar, I will encourage you, okay, to actually go and book your first coaching call to get your portfolio blueprint being done up, okay, so that you can actually be very clear on what FA to do for the months ahead. Okay, all right. Okay, so Joe, did I miss anything out?
No.
No, okay. So just a reminder, tomorrow, right? The Zoom link is going to be different. Okay, so please go make sure tomorrow 8:30 we will start to open up the room. Okay, so go into your Silver, Gold and Millionaire OMM Facebook groups. Okay, make sure you log in using the link, the ID for tomorrow, the passcode, and please help us to rename yourselves, okay, so that we can actually help to admit you, okay, as smoothly as possible, so that we can start on time at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so I think that's it for tomorrow. That's it for today. Any other last comments, Joe?
No.
Okay, great. Okay, then we look forward to seeing your homework at 8 p.m. Okay, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right. Okay, so see you, millionaire investors, tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good rest. Bye.